Alright guys, so welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well today. So of course, in today's video, I want to give you guys an update on what is happening with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now is still holding at $26,000. Now, I did in fact tell you guys in yesterday's video, we might actually see Bitcoin continue to move on its side to pretty much, consolidate at this level of pretty much $26,000. So if we actually go to the 1 hour time frame, you guys clearly see, okay, Bitcoin is in fact pretty much consolidating at this level of $26,000. And I did in fact mention this in yesterday's video that today we might actually see Bitcoin continue to move on its side at this level, and we might actually see that for Bitcoin, okay, in the next few days. So we might actually see Bitcoin continue to consolidate at this level of $26,000. Okay, so that's exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now. Bitcoin's still holding at $26,000. Now, overall, the crypto market today is not really moving. Overall, it's up 0.46%. The global crypto market cap as of right now is currently at 1.06 trillion. And you guys can see for the past 24 hours, it seems like a fair few altcoins are in fact, slightly moving up to the upside. You guys can see XRP now back above 50 cents. Okay, we saw XRP down a fair bit, right? You guys can clearly see for the past 7 days, for the past week, XRP was down 17%, but today it's up over 2%, 2.5%, and it's now currently at 51 cents. So that's great to see for XRP. And you guys can clearly see other altcoins like Cardano is having a slight pump today, which is great to see as always. 2%. Doge is up 1%. I'm still holding at 6 cents. Solana up 1.8%. Okay, and yeah, you guys can clearly see a fair few altcoins are in fact pumping as well. You guys can see this altcoin right here. This altcoin has in fact been pumping. Toncoin, I don't even know if I'm actually pronouncing it all right, but yes, this altcoin has in fact been pumping, and today it's up over 4%. Avalanche having a slight pump as well, nothing too crazy though. It's not really moving. Stellar, okay, XLM is up 4%. So yeah, you guys get the gesture. You guys clearly see for the past 24 hours, seems like a fair few altcoins are in fact slightly moving back up to the upside. Okay, just slightly low, nothing too crazy. So that's that. Now there is in fact a fair few charts that I want to show you guys for today's video, and we know that the next bull run, okay, is in fact about to happen for Bitcoin. And I'm saying as of right now, yes, short term, we might actually see Bitcoin, okay, continue to drop further down to the downside. Now, why do I say that? Is because, obviously from this trend line, okay, we know Bitcoin did obviously, recently break this trend line, the support level, okay, so we might actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside. Okay, that might actually happen. So we might actually see Bitcoin drop to like $25,000, which is that level right there, or we might actually see it go to like 24 to maybe even 23. And I told you guys many times, for Bitcoin to drop to like $20,000, I think that is very, very unlikely to happen. That's just my personal opinion. It could happen, but personally, I think it's just very, very unlikely to happen. Okay, and I talked about that a fair bit throughout my previous videos. So we know Bitcoin did in fact break support, okay, from this trend line. So we might actually see Bitcoin continue to consolidate at this level of $26,000, or might actually drop further down to the downside. So since Bitcoin, okay, is in fact having this drop right now, okay, we know we talk about, buy low and sell high, right? What should we be doing right now? Okay, so this chart is indicating when to buy and when to sell pretty much, but for some odd reason, it says sell right up here. Like, should we be panic selling in a way? Because understand, guys, okay, if we look at the free and greed index, today we are still in fear mode. Yesterday we were in fact in fear mode. Even the day before that, we were in fact in fear mode as well, right, for the very first time in a while. So understand, people and investors, right, are in fact sort of feeling fearful right now. They're sort of spooked out. They're obviously panicking for no reason, okay? They're simply just panic selling. So I'm telling us right now, we should not be selling. While everyone else is fearful, right? You got to be doing the complete opposite. While everyone else is fearful, you got to be greedy. So while everyone else is panicking for no reason, everyone's panic selling, okay, you got to be greedy and continue to DCA and to buy, right? So we should be buying right now. Okay, we shouldn't be selling. Okay, and you understand there is in fact a question mark here. So should we be panic selling? Is Bitcoin going to drop to like 20K or lower than 20K? Is this the point where Bitcoin's going to drop to like $10,000? What most people, well, I want to say most people, but what people are in fact generally saying, okay, and predicting here for Bitcoin's in a next upcoming move short term. No, guys, Bitcoin is not going to go back down to its previous lows. I've been mentioning that many times. Okay, it's not going to go back down to like 15K. Right, so understand that, guys. So right now we should be buying. We're still in the buy zone, so please understand that, guys. Okay, so understand that. Okay, you know, other investors are feeling fearful, so we've got to be greedy. We got to do the complete opposite and buy, right? While everyone else is panic selling. Okay, now look at this. Okay, the Bitcoin Rainbow chart. If we zoom in here, you guys clearly see it is obviously still in the buy zone. You guys clearly see that, right? We are still in the buy zone. We should be buying right now. Okay, and that's where the color is indicating, right? We should be buying. We're still in the buy zone. So please understand that, guys, right? That we're still in the buy zone. We should not be selling at all. Okay, so I just want to get that out the way. Now, you guys clearly see, okay, we are in fact in the pre-halving phase right now. Okay, this is where we are pretty much right now, right down here. Okay, and you guys have to understand that yes, Bitcoin will potentially continue slightly, slowly, you know, recovering up to the upside. And I told you guys many times that personally, you know, towards the end of this year in 2023, I do in fact see a 50K Bitcoin at least. Okay, at least. So we are in fact in the pre-halving action, you know, and once the halving actually happens, which is going to happen in April, right, next year in 2024, this is where the black line is, right over here. It's pretty hard to see, but it's right here. Okay, this is where the halving is going to happen. Understand, this is where the bull market and the bull runs will in fact coming. So you guys understand, okay, the Bitcoin bull run is coming. Okay, it's literally coming, guys. Okay, it's literally like a few months away, right? So please understand that, guys. It may seem sort of scary right now, but understand literally in the next few months, not even a year, in the next few months, we will in fact see Bitcoin have some massive bull runs. Okay, so a massive Bitcoin bull run is coming, guys. Okay, so please understand that, right? Yeah, short term it may look scary, but long term, okay, you know, in the next like few months, okay, of course, the next few years, of course, you know, 2024 and of course 2025, those are going to be some amazing years for Bitcoin and crypto, right? Especially altcoins. We're going to see altcoins pump a lot, right? And that's when alt season comes along, right? Comes in. So that's that, guys. So be ready for the next bull run that's coming for Bitcoin and crypto, guys. Okay, we are literally not too far away from that happening, right? Now, yes, a massive bull run is in fact about to happen. You guys clearly see Bitcoin is forming a triangular consolidation just before a massive bull run for Bitcoin. So yes, long term, this is exactly what we're going to see, right? Bitcoin will you know, have the next bull run once the halving actually happens. Okay, that is pretty much when the bull run will in fact pretty much start. Okay, so pretty much the end of 2024 and throughout 2025, that's when we're going to see Bitcoin really move. Okay, so be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video. So you guys clearly see every single time we pretty much have the halving. Okay, this is where Bitcoin is going to pretty much tend to pump the most. We know that. Okay, I'll talk about this a fair bit. I know that. And of course, it's going to be reaching a new all-time high, right? Every single time, pretty much, right? You guys can clearly see 2012, 2016. Okay, once the halving actually happens, it's the start of the next, you know, bull run, right? This is where Bitcoin really starts to pump. Okay, so 2012, we had the halving. And then we saw Bitcoin pumping. And then, of course, 2013, that's when it really started to pump. And then 2016, it was the halving. And then 2017, that's when we really saw it pump. Okay, 2020, same thing. Okay, our most previous halving, we saw it slightly starting to pump once the halving happened. And then, of course, 2021, that's when it really pumped. We know that. So we know 2024, okay, we're going to have the halving. And then it's going to obviously create a new all-time high, you know, potentially in maybe early 2025. Right, so be excited for that. So 2024, okay, 2024 and 2025 is going to be some amazing years for Bitcoin and crypto. Okay, so be excited for that, guys. Okay, so yeah, this chart just really just shows you guys that pretty much every single time we have the halving, you know, Bitcoin does in fact pump a lot, and it tends to reach a new all-time high every single time. Okay, so this is why I always tell you guys to not worry short term about Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is doing right now. Always, just think about long term, right? Where Bitcoin is heading next, right? What's Bitcoin's, next move in the next few years, of course, 2024 and 2025. Don't worry about what Bitcoin is doing now. We know Bitcoin's really, really volatile, okay? So just continue to DCA and hodl and just patiently wait for the next bull market, guys, okay? Now, yes, we know the next bull market is in fact about to happen for Bitcoin. Okay, so we know Bitcoin's previous all-time highs was around 69K. It wasn't actually 7K. We didn't actually see Bitcoin reach 70K. It was close though, but it was around 69K, and then it dropped all the way down to like 15K. It wasn't 16K. It was actually 15K. Okay, that was in fact its bottom, and Bitcoin is in fact about to obviously reach a new all-time high and have a massive, massive bull run. Okay, so we know we reached bottom of 13K, and Bitcoin ever since then is in fact forming a new pattern up to the upside. So pretty much it's all ups from here. Okay, like I said, we are in fact, in the pre-halving phase right now. Okay, so this is where we are right now over here. So the next, bull run is in fact about to happen, guys. We are in fact about to enter the next, bull market. So what is the top for Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin's, new all-time high going to be in the next bull market? So this chart is indicating maybe 150 to 300K. Now that is pretty realistic, I must say. I've been mentioning this many times that personally, I think the next new all-time high, like the top for Bitcoin in the next, bull market is going to be around 200K to 250 to maybe even 300K, right? So this is very, very possible for Bitcoin, around 150K range to 300K. That is very, very possible. So that being said, guys, be excited for that. Okay, be excited for Bitcoin long term. Don't worry about what Bitcoin is doing now. It's really volatile. I understand that, but we know that, right? Short term, Bitcoin doesn't really do much. It doesn't really move. But long term, you guys can see it always tends to reach a new all-time high, right? So that's exactly what Bitcoin is in fact going to do in the next upcoming few years, especially 2025. Okay, so be excited for that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. More videos will in fact be coming your way, so stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.